MK party, it was a decision, it was an obvious thing to do. When I was impeached as a judge, it was a political decision. I could never have joined the ANC and the DA because both the ANC and the DA were behind my impeachment. So when the new kid in the block in the form of MK party came into existence, it was the obvious party to join. But in addition to that, the philosophy of the MK party, the people's mandate, including the constitution, these are things that are close to my heart. In other words, the policies, the overall policies of the MK party are not strange to me. I can live with them, I can relate to them. So it was the obvious thing to do. Now, the second question is my role as a leader of the MK party. I have no doubt that had President Zuma been allowed to be in parliament, he would have led the party. That was his wish. Unfortunately, the judiciary of South Africa did not allow that to happen. And he asked me to lead the party, and I'm grateful to President Zuma for having confidence in me. Here in the National Assembly, I'm the leader of the party and the official and the leader of the opposition party, because we're now an official opposition party in the country. But country-wise, in the party, I'm the deputy president, the deputy to the president.
I don't want to go too much into your impeachment because that's done and it's over, but part of the reasoning or the decision to impeach you was because of your alleged remarks regarding President Zuma.
Yes.
So given the decision for you to have joined MK and those remarks were made regarding former President Jacob Zuma, did you actually say that? Did you persuade or try and persuade judges to favour and rule in favour of the former president?
Far from it. I never tried to persuade the judges to try and rule in favour of President Zuma. My evidence is very clear in that regard. All I did was to make a remark, and I said "Sesithembele, meaning we trust the process of judging. However, it's very, very clear to me that there was a determination of a political nature to get rid of me, to have me impeached and removed from the bench. If you look at the politics in the Western Cape, it comes as no surprise. The Western Cape is very racist. It's controlled by the Democratic Alliance. They have their own politics. We know the politics of the DA. And I find it alarming that today the ANC, which has been very critical and very vociferous about the racist policies of the Democratic Alliance, is now willing to go to bed with the Democratic Alliance.
You've written a report regarding racism in the Western Cape. Could you just take us through some of what you found?
The report was written in 2004, based on my own experience as a judge, and at that time I was already a judge president because I was appointed on the 1st of May, year 2000, as a judge president. It covered a wide range of activities that were going on. I'll give you an example. It was not uncommon before the racism report was issued that I would be approached by advocates, white advocates, because in the Western Cape, 95% of the advocates who are practicing are white. They would come to me and approach me in chambers and say, "Judge President, we need a judge urgently to deal with this matter." And then I would look at the judges who are available. If there was a black judge available or any judge available, I would allocate the matter to them. Then there was a growing habit whereby if I had allocated the matter to a black judge, suddenly the advocates walk out of my chambers. They agree, they come back to me, they say the matter is not urgent. Now who's fooling who? How can the matter be urgent to warrant me being approached in chambers for a judge to be allocated to deal with that matter? But if I suddenly allocate a black judge who is a known quantity, that judge that they don't know or they don't like, they suddenly reach an agreement that the matter is not urgent. But if I allocate the matter to a white judge who comes from the bar, somebody that they know, that they like, they carry on. Those were some of the instances. The other instances quoted in the racism report, whenever we spoke in our own indigenous language, I'm Zulu speaking, right? Our white colleagues, Afrikaner white colleagues in particular, would say, "On scanne warni, we can't hear you." And it became clear to us that we can't speak in our own language, but they would speak in Afrikaans, and we're expected just to draw the line. That's sheer racism. We must respect each other. If you have a right to communicate in your own language, I also have a right to communicate with my own colleague in my own language. And this is Zulu is one of the official languages in this country and is widely spoken in South Africa. Those are just two examples, but other examples are the other thing that I notice is briefing patterns. We still have that problem even now. The report was published in 2004, but even today you have a problem about skewed briefing patterns. When I say skewed briefing patterns, this is what I mean. You expect an attorney to brief an advocate irrespective of race. You must be briefed on the basis of your competence, your capabilities, and irrespective of race. But what we noticed was that black advocates do not get work in general from white attorneys. White attorneys would brief white advocates.
If you found this video informative, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content like this. And as always, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay informed and stay engaged.